wanna be now. It's a bubble, mama, and I'm Bobby down. One day. Oh. Hey, Understanding in there. Is it that to sit down and watch? You want, so you be the stand and watch before. You have to sit down. You have to sit down because today I start with senior man music Because I'm going to talk to senior men. Oh. What? Oh, that good. Yak your man. Make your man. Make your man. Yeah, your man. Yeah, you pen. Oh. 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 Oh, gumeshite la topina ni gbegere. Oh. Oh. Oh, that baby, your man. Oh. Are Nantberia, Nantberia. Oh, Nigeria, rugby. I will be a webo. I need a musician, a webo. Oh, Nahana, I wait like 2 plates of rice in them. Oh, Madam, I need to buy some ball. Okay, come on, they're not going on here. Well, not on me, one so. Yeah, I see a video like with the piano like me. Why not see you? One. Era me bien ese wo. Ella me bien ese wo. Era me bien ese wo. Oh, Baba Steven, oh, Puegbe. Oh, Yahweh do me wa. Oh, Jo Eka Tony Mose, oh, Puegbe. Yaro yo. Happy Friday. Oh. Hey, we know why you. Well, I talk. Now, I got video now. Why get back, bomb that way? Oh, Baron back by Yeki. Oh, that's Eunice. That's my love. Iwedu, I see you all the way from Nairobi, Kenya. Oh, Wegbe. Oh, Iyenoge. That's Madam Bridget. Oyamo Yunoga. Oh, Wegbe. Wato Osazuwanoga Yaroyo Igbinoba Austin. Wa baby na kai. Oh, no way. No way. Mami la bandi. Ega mami la bandi, mami la bandi. Mama T off we go. Monfili Yaroyo Demba TV Wato Mami la bandi. Nobody go hear this music. No remember a beat of that year. Pretty Stella. What Ashi Ogie Yaroyo Ekinoya Mori off Wegbu Vincent Joy. Oh, why are you YouTube? Why are you? And I may be say, oh, Destiny Taker Talk Show. On your very longer. Well, I have Destiny because Destiny man. Yes, so we don't show because from that way, oh, why mama Kurubo? Where's my remote? You want to young be a woman? Now I have but in make big matiti. You know, ya, Jimmy Buri. Yeah, you guys sorry because I can demand very near Taloma Mare Buta. Utah and I write to Timatoko. To do a talk about man. Boom. It's more you. They feel me. So, why have both our baby? First of all, let me say good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching me from. This is Frank Victor, the Umen, one of the universe, aka the social media king, the social media Kubana, the social media Otutuno, the social media Bomo, the social media Ayemiwa, the social media Akobisi. Runda where a ryan also Kakobisi, Irok by me, where Wato Musen, one baba with a smile. Are you where? Oh, baby, I do my drink. I want you. Yes, so my people, I don't show. Run that way, the way mark by your harine, Aroiku. When head never come for bush, then they piece the way they head. Oh God, when you translate that to English, you understand me so they're not going to understand English clearly and the Benin clearly. Okay, now still on the matter of Edo State, where we all come from, which is Utekon community for inside Edo State. Waiting they happen for us Utekon community for inside Edo State. Because many communities for Edo State, what they mostly cause problem for that community in our lands. Those are our lazy youths, our lazy men. They are not youth. All this what they talk, what they call themselves youth, they are men. Some don't get 2 to 3 wives. They go see they be youth. Till they collect land, they sell land for community. Mr. Harrison Okow, the former Holy Arusa priest. Now, in matter, I told him before, said that guy is an enemy of the palace. That guy was banished from the palace. That guy was suspended. He was chased out of the palace. You know, during this driving of people from the palace those years, not be all of them not here for news. I understand. Not be all of them are here for news. Only someone who hear Izubugbada, who hear Mr. Amon Sagito Tenagabi, we hear Roland Ehoe, and many, even some chiefs, they where they see chiefs come on based on their atrocity. What they do not say our king don't tolerate nonsense. You understand? That's the reason why all this evil, what they do, they don't want me to reach palace. They don't want me to reach palace. When I mean say they don't want me to reach palace, you feel their palace, not me say your mother reach palace. You feed their palace, rich palace. You go see chief. There are chiefs where you go see. They go talk to you. They say they go. But your matter, he just reach where chiefs, they not reach palace. You understand? Your matter not really reach palace. Because your matter reach palace with immediate alacrity. You go see changes for your matter. That is our king. Ọba no kpọwuru n'ekpọwa o. But you know, ekme nowa. Ovie kene kene madoyo. Ovie no yuteti no uge soma. Oga hene wene gang egegino. If that issue reach where our king did, that same day, then this issue go solve. That's the reason why Frank Irabo, the secretary of Benin Traditional Council, and Harrison Eribo, Chief Eribo, they are sitting down on Utegon issue in the palace. Because the people that are involved, they are not rich. They don't get money. Since Roland Ehor was banished from the palace, since Roland Ehor became the enemy of the kingdom, all the atrocity that Roland Ehor has placed on Edo lands in different communities, both the chiefs, both the land that have been sold, some has been released. If you know your way, go reach Igbobazowa community. Igbobazowa community get their victory not quite long. They've even protested to palace because there are some dignity people in Igbobazowa who back up that issue. You see this life, it not balance. Even go reach a Epai Demofi matter. Epai Demofi was protesting that time. Epai Demofi was coming out on social media talking about this issue concerning Igbobazowa, where Roland Ehor martyred somebody in Igbobazowa to be selling land and property. But because it involved people that matters in the community, they listened to them and their problem was solved. And they got victory. This is the kingdom where we came from. These are the things that are happening there. Because rich men come from, we get a lot of rich men from Igbobazowa. Yes, that are involved. Big men, men with no palace. And the matter was solved amicably. But Utekon community, whereby person inheritance is being taken from him without no crime, for the past 10 years, the person has been feeding from hand to mouth. He not see money to take lawyer. He not see money to take police. An ordinary person who you know who they what do they call row? Because if I say royalty now, even sin row arrow ororo not even near anybody. Iru that be name. You understand? Iruansa. They carry Iruansa go put for community, make the lead community. And the real leader was dethroned by some chiefs from the palace. Not be another person. Chiefs from the palace kept in to dethrone the real leader, place one small boy, Iruansa, make the rule, and he become a terrorist in the community, killing people, shooting, destroying of houses, burning of cars in Utekon community. Many of our chiefs, they are aware of this, but they kept mute because it did not affect them, because they all have their plot of land in Utekon community that osamuede aigbovia has given to them to compensate them for standing by him from the palace, so that he will have voice in the palace. When the innocent people who the throne really belongs to goes to the palace for victory, for justice, nobody listen to them. They will tell them, go, we will call you. We will call you, we will call you. 10 years don't complete. They're still there for we will call you, my people. Now so we go the day. This same Harrison, I go read down paper where they take dethrone am. This was a letter from the palace where they take dethrone Harrison. This one not be saying like 4 Jan. Signed by who? The Secretary of Benin Traditional Council, Mr. Frank Irabo. Yeah. This was this letter where they remove Harrison from Holy Arosa Cathedral for Akpakpava, to remove all it belongs out of that place, is banished from that parish. But Harrison now migrated to go get in your village, in your community, for inside Utekon. Person wey dey chase from palace. The chief never talk, so they not hear. The same person they manipulate the chiefs from the palace because of the Ladobo. The same person wanna give this note to fit still get rights over lands and property for the same Benin wey we dey. Ọ̀wẹ̀rùn ṣègbórí ogwe o, tọ́ra sí mi mà níbùn, ọ̀rí ṣègbọ́dà fẹ̀ríwó, èrò má rí fowó tọ́ yìí. Because if you don't reach big man on, yeah, the prayer, everybody want to die with prayer. That. But if you reach poor man on, just do one kind. Now, waiting they happen for check on people now. Where villagers are not happy with the person you impose in that community to be leading that community because of the atrocity the person is doing. Who are you people to listen to? Is it not the villagers? Not be the villager that will listen to. The person where you they rude, they're not there happy with you. They don't go palace several times. Protest, go palace. They go meet you. They say, don't worry, we have heard your complaint. The palace will respond to you very soon. We have heard your complaint. The palace will respond to you very soon. We have heard your complaint. The palace will respond to you very soon. Up to date, the palace has not yet responded to them. Why? Because the chiefs and the secretary are sitting down on the issue so that there will be no justice for those people. For how long? For how long? On who ye do on what it been and was suspended. Make I read down. Make I read the book. Benin Traditional Council, Oba Palace, Benin City. It said February 4, 2021. And they remove that old man, that fool, because it's Harrison. Oba of Benin Palace special announcement. Benin Traditional Council wish to inform the general public that in the name of the Almighty God and the great royal ancestors, His Royal Majesty the Oba of Benin and the traditional head of Holy Arosa Cathedral of Benin has been contained and traditionally dictated reluctantly approve the recommendation of the removal of Mr. Harrison Okow as the Ohunsa of Holy Arosa Cathedral of Benin by the Joint Elder Committee and some senior chiefs of the palace of Benin Kingdom. We understand me now? That was how that Harrison was removed. Harrison will be atakpadakpa no gyoyi awebe no boji kon carry your community for South Tekon with the power of palace, with the name of palace, even forge paper, forge signature, palace signature. Yeah. Forge palace signature. I first show now. We RC forge. Say they operate for the community way in there and not be palace. It is not criminal act. And the same person see they work out freely for Edo State. You know? Now I hear you about when I hear you about the fail. Now I hear you about go. Oh God. Well, understand now. You still they work out freely for that same Edo State with all this. Can a common man do this and go free? Frankie Rabo is aware. Even when police even send letter to Frankie Rabo, if Frankie Rabo sign up. Up to now, Frankie Rabo don't sign up. Because if Frankie Rabo has signed it, Ogas Kwaba. Because Frankie Rabo don't chop Ila Lobo. If Frankie Rabo or Ila Lobo, see me. Wait, Frank. For those who don't know Frankie Rabo, for the show. I want to win. I'm going to talk, babe.
Few days ago, they suspended Enogi of Utah.
Oh, this will not be we, Frank. Wait, Frank. See Frank Rabo.
That Tamale press with for the record, for the tradition to be upheld. Egwamo Kagile. Ọdún wé. Egwa paseyo owe na mu kana ọdún wé. Ebo ya ma ọdún wé. Egwa ki ma pa wa kan na ma ọdún wé pa. O wa o ne wa de wa re pa. Ya we no gi, awe egwa. O mi no gi yewo.
Yes.
Ogo gbara no kawe pato ye no wa ti ale na we. Na egwa magi every time I press.
Okay. Egwa magio. Atina here. How come Mr. Matthew Dwayekeme can't go talk for Uteko say na egwa again? When I wait to now they listen. Even egwa magi, a Matthew na attack Uteko where egwa or again. Matthew Dwayekeme where they go for Senate. See, and they listen though. And they see what they have to do state. Papa Lasso.
Itu wa ya fe. Wato o ki ani mure.
Madame ho.
O me a gere.
Okay.
Ke gwa ate wona.
Bonyan, abayo.
Ya we ke lo ma pegbe. Ile so ke isu re wona. A ru mi no ya kan lo ke re wona ojo we ke anyone in the near.
And the person where say they go Senate with this one, the person where they go for Senate, now it be this one where they stand, where you just stand like this, they lie. It just stand like this, so they talk lie. What's palace not say nice in a palace, now palace nice and I believe so. Now here the way I play just now for Frankie Rabo. Oh, but when I listen to Oga Matthew do you came in Agbu Weze. Okay now. Did they hear you, bros?
Out of the way. And all that glass every way. And you in the money. Not doubt, being our webuji.
Okay now.
We are the greedy. We are the greedy. We are the go take on. Yes. Eh, but I give me. Or buy white to all giving.
Beautiful. Now here, or buy a white to boy or guinean, work when I guinean, or buy a white to boy or guinean. Understand me so? I believe so now. Now listen to the place where for talk say now our king Obaewa Gidigan the second or who you to go wa gien. On our tie Matthew, you will not marry boy not the way ya matter you are as a as no who oh no who clap for yourself. Oga no who Oga Matthew do you can you know who of a dokidom. I don't give you chief title already. Oh God, bros, clap for yourself. Oh, you must go that Senate house. Where are your Senate house now? Lie, you go fit finish the for Senate house. Oga Senator in. Oga Senator, I greet you. Butter, pa. Pa, use want to go. So, but now I give where. Oga, pardon me, what up, pesa? Eti te bono, but my brother, we are to. Oh, where? Oh, you go me period. Okonote fi yan den also am period. Ah bros domo hello. So bana what you when what give and so no who go and match this person in the community. Call brother domo sir. Umiamia na we ami okare lo oba mo kare le yewo. So who what is not the post? No we read omu osamuede aigbovia yi. Who take on? What is not the post?
Awutekon. We want to Kaba.
Yes.
We know Muya.
Yes.
Or Euroto. Where Omona.
Yes. This osamuede aigbovia was once an ex-policeman who killed a bike rider because of 20 naira. He shot on a bike rider, killed that bike rider flat for Gobazowa because of 20 naira. He renamed Iruansa or the family already. The name where family we call him Iruansa Bebok. The real name of this guy is a Bebok. Or if you see a police, they dismiss him for police on wanted soldier or wanted officer. They dismiss him as they dismiss him. Ono do agbagbe gbigedu gobazoa. Ena. Ono agbiggedu gobazoa. Iruansa. Now we know Iruansa, no for gobazoa. This is the Iruansa. No ya can war. You take on no suck if you take on otoya no take on or suck here for Iruansa. As na your sin so very heartless human being. This Iruansa is so very heartless human being. He not send the parents, he not send the family. The family they don't abandon. Apart from Ogi Supersan. I'm a bamage, no, you can go, I'm a women, no, you with as you sing English, not film it up. Oh, my blow. When I say, I pay all you give me, okay, my blow. Okay, mighty blow. Because you know, I made it, you know, finish with the con. Okay, me ordinary amplifier, what bon or what gain, okay, I can 50 by 100. A bad guitar, okay, I can 1 by 2. Keyboard yafian ogi yafian 100 by 100 will take on. But level do take on. Iruansa what the leg in one game a go ewo. E wa ninya wo yana hule kwa. Iruansa what you or we pare de bien que courtist no vio gagbe. Ya pare de bien will take on. Fear le pesto. One of the year our gas senator where they life for crocro afternoon. Where about when I call about come may come carry brother where they campaign for may come see brother. May come see where brother they talk life for crocro afternoon. I don't know the day where Matid where you came turn to oh no who of Edo States. The owner who of Edo State, we call them give people chief title. We call them give people now crown. Now in the months elders for community, Oga matter. Continue to mount.
Lórí aigbovia ọmọ lọ́gbà ọ̀rẹ́ dùn ọ̀hún lọ́la gba ọ̀rẹ́ wọn náà níyẹn.
Can you imagine? Osamuede lórí aigbovia uwe ọmọ lọ́gbà nedo when no gba awutekọ níyẹn. So wetin you talk so are you sure? Matthew we sure we no tell them what agele no. Oba gele give ohun we do deliver. So that's me and why am making a problem work day. You don't know where your problem is coming out from. When the ancestor is giving you hot, is giving you shame and disgrace, you will not know where it's coming. Someone, if you don't ask me, check the thing, they shock you. If they shock you and say the whole world don't know, say you be liar. Yes, now. The whole world don't know, say the man where they want for senator, where they protest for senator. Whether not for PDP or for the command, now PDP say for the command. Yes, now PDP candidate. When I see him, when I see the person, when I say make him now be senator, maybe not senator, now hungry. If they even use the name of our Oba, they lie for those states. Now this person saying they come for Senate house. Now this person go take tickets for Senate. Why be say our country, our youth they blind, our youth they don't see. They're not gonna share this one. No. If na saga they do just now, and they show my no get house, how my no get take for grant, people go they share that one. They're not gonna share what they happen for their country. Because nobody want to talk about what they happen for those states. People where they house they finish at those states, when they go there, go they buy land, go they build us. Now they buy the land. This animal now, they sell people property. They sell people, the land will not be owned. The land will not be inheritance. They sell land. Now when they abroad, they buy them. Tomorrow, the land will not go back, will not go see them again. When they see waiting, Matthew do, they do. See the person, when they carry the go see it. No, what give on your battle. If they use a bad name, they lie. For our kingdom and the so-called secretary of Benin traditional kingdom. He don't see this video. He see her clear. But they keep mute. They don't want to talk because they are all beneficiary from this animal. From this small boy we call himself. This osamuede aigbovia, he don't cut land, give them. Don't give the small. Now there are tools with this one. What do they use? They are boys. They are election ringer. Election saboteurs. Now be this. The people when they do the detective ballot boss. Now they be this. That's why they recruit them. They put them. If they don't use them, they're going to find position. When they want position, they put made it for the work. Next election, they go see the use. Stupid youth will not get sense. They go say youth is the leader of tomorrow. When no one become leader, see all this one where do belly like say they swallow native pots. Now they go see they call themselves the youth. Now go be our leader. See the leader where they lie for crow afternoon. All these leaders where they lie for crow afternoon. Now this one call the campaign. And one call the put. In short, how about you know where? You, how about you know where? Where you to the join this guy, you know where? You go see all this guy lie for those things. How about nothing hungry, and they worry about hungry, greed, what they worry about. Now so you charge 4+4. People are still suffering for the way you take charge 4+4. How about if I did tell you not yet. Get sense, get sense. You charge 4+4. People in diaspora call their family for us. Oh yeah, mona vote. But today now where we dey? Now 9+9 we dey. Where we dey? About you don't still carry this one for head. Already you go your account in any. You because you have 100 by 100 no. You don't run, they follow hold up. They carry phone. Yes, we are on it. Yes, Mr. Enemy, come your Rukbe, come your Rudu, come your Rukoko, come your Rekwekwe. You they talk anyhow now for Benin. They jump up and down like Scooby. After set up done, they don't settle you, they don't pay you off. People will still remain in darkness, suffering and smiling. Poverty, no life, no good job, no good facility for the same in those states, no company, no factory. The youth still remain beggars in the street. Why you will see young children, they use their parents for rituals. They say now Yahoo Plus, all because of all these our old fools. We call themselves politicians. Greedy Benin men, we call themselves politicians. See who want become winners when they go for Senate and they talk lie now. It go mad criminals, it go mad terrorists for community that have peace, community that was dwelling in peace and harmony. Even though they not get money, they get dignity. If na some community, war will not happen. This animal, they will not even kill them. But these people decide to let the law take its full cost. But these same big men will get Benin, and they get Abuja, and they get Kano, and they get every college, all the police number they will get. The commissioner, the latest commissioner will bring come for Benin, they will get in contact. They don't, you know, if you do anything. Me when they talk now, if not Benin, they will not come, they will not finish my generation. They will not kill me. These people, to send a Benin overnight, I not wake up the next morning. They were making him. They need to burn that house my head. As the evil rich, because nobody go fit tell them the truth about themselves. Edo State is down today. It's not for only politicians alone. Young youth like we are the problem for ourselves. They will give you 1,000, 100,000 naira. Bam, they'll carry go give you, go kill your fellow brother. You go, they don't want to go. You don't go ask what they want to do. The next thing to give them boy. You don't use an account score. That's just the lifestyle for Edo State. What's they cause that kind of fight? These are the youth. These are these old men. Now they cause war for community. Now they cause war for state. But they don't the fight. They be kofra. Cultism. Now they be the kofra where will cause war. But they don't the fight. You can never see the carry gun. Because why? Now we will be the youth. They fight for them. Now we they be their machineries. Now we they use. They don't the fight. When we the youth go get sense, then we not go get sense. We not go get sense. And we go. You can imagine now. Say this one is Satan. Looking at this mosquito, you go know say this one is Satan. Iruna sana. We have the guinea. We have a suno kagili. No. Osuno kagili. No. Who don't get kino? Just imagine ya mojera. Beni yakumu yasoto. Ibi osie yasubi bie. She has no mercy. These are the people who are the poor leader. When somebody that has the fear of God leads, the people rejoice. The people will dwell in peace and harmony, even though money not there. With time, money will come. But when demon lead the people always shed tears. Blood flows. And that's what is happening in Uteko today. Community where you will see houses be burned down by this animal with the boys. Just imagine. After all this talk, all this loyalty, these people are still living in they are still suffering. They go down on their knee as the rich palace to judge. They don't stand judge. They know the tradition. They go down on their knee, judging to the chiefs in the palace. But at the end, they are still living. The thing is getting worse and worse every day. They went on lawyer say, what is not the judgment? I will go and say, then you say, go ahead, yo, if you do. Egwave say, na scam. Not be all matter the rich palace, they see heads. Gene say, go ane, wa tota guy, ndo wario kodene. E chief Eribo, in go no o marieti temata. Eh? Emi no ye pe we na geje moki, amari go e because abe chief irigo de. E here irigo ya lawane. Enya. E ya lawadia. Iya oya su guapata. I tell you guapata to guapata na yema. You guapata chifi yara. Ale chifi you guapata ya fieki. Ale chifi you guapata fie bebeye. Ale chifi you guapata ya toge. Ale chifi you guapata ya I saw bribing and corruption for inside palace. Bribing and corruption for inside palace. Inside those states. For inside those states. Oba atokbe ise. Oba atokbe ise. Emi no waya obi yekolugan. Even when you be your look at why you knew by using the name of the king to chop bread. To chop bread. So nobody go talk to you who are DG. See who they did that for? Go on, what digwe now? Upon all the digwe, what digwe. Still, nothing comes out of it. Using people as like slave. These are slaving. These are slaving. Usually, like slavery, the slave. Gone of those days, where all this nyama character, and at the end, nothing comes out of it. Una will be chief now. They spoil the tradition. Now they corrupt the tradition. We basically nobody want to listen to the tradition. Now come and say what they have to do. Edo to the world. When the Edo himself, they are not ready to go to the world. They are being corrupt. They are corrupt. See chiefs now. This is the highest order where person go reach is palace. Now they don't reach palace. The issue has been brought to palace on several occasions, but nothing to talk about it. They know is corrupt. Is it not the chiefs? If I tell them say this issue now, our clean every year for year, because they don't chop money for inside, because everything they do are negative. If Oba hear this matter, God Frank Irabo will go for it. But Frank Irabo, they will go for it. Frank Irabo was past Roland Egoy. Because Irabo is a very intelligent man, he's an educated man. He used diplomacy for his coming. Very, very sensitive. He gets sense past Roland. Roland was too. They do slow poison for inside palace, but outside palace, Abashuta. Now make hand meet Roland. But Frank was past Roland. Frank Irabo, he was past Roland for inside that palace. If Frank Irabo is properly investigated, he was past Roland. Chief.
Kama we nyo egwa e me ga to no ma se wi ni me o to ni meri na egwa me do ari to no ma so to ni e na de na do sie zo ni ma we wo do na je gba na do report e gi tale me na nyewo ana we na die na e me ni do ha we gwa ni de gbe ta lo e na de gbe ta me di ta ne Harrison o ya na di pane yo abana se pane na do ya agele verify ani de ma ta gele no Evini niru da do I report e gwa e mana la ja e na ari ewu me iya na bu date me we dey na iya re do mi eme o e na iya ile le we ni me pon iya we se ni je be ni iya ma mi eme o bo iya we me no wo kan kere mi adu ka wi mo me he mi se iya re gwa e ya suspend we iya na ri si lo goji iya na si la o ya kede ni ade e ya ro e ku ni la gwa go gin gwa e yi kede ni ade Oba atokbe na we no se me gi le para na ki o ja me na de gbe me position me ni ga no bia go ni e bi are e gwa la o ma ya ivie o me ya
After all this thing, now listen to me. Because they see say the Enogi na small boy. Now they see where we for come. I don't still anything they have so. My honey, were here. No man by me up baby go. Now listen, see what happened here. Harrison was this time they never suspect them. He's still active for Holy Arosa Cathedral. He's still a priest there. They never suspend him. He gets connection for palace. Now, this guy was crowned as the Enogi of Utekon community. So as he crowned as a new Enogi of Utekon community, he has to make some layout. When I mean layout, he has to come some piece of land for the indigenes of Utekon community who doesn't have lands. Okay, now RSA also is one of the indigenes from Utekon community, in the sense that RSA mothers is from Utekon community, but the father is not from Utekon. So based on the mother side, it's also an indigene in Utekon community. Fine. This man also split a plot of land for the palace. At the same time, split a plot of land for Harrison. And Harrison said, no, the plot of land that he was given to him is not enough for him as a chief priest of Holy Arosa. And the guy said, okay. You didn't even confirm from this guy. The next thing he could do is to go straight to the community and start dividing the community, have his own parts of the community. This guy came to the palace to report the issue first. And the palace said, okay, we'll send for him. You go home. And this guy came from the second time to also say the same thing he said before. And the palace said, okay, no problem. You go home. We'll send some chiefs to the palace to see the issue, to see the forest, how it came and split the community into two parts, which this guy went to. And they even charged this guy 2 million naira for them to use to check the forest, which are the chiefs. The chiefs from the palace. You can see where the bribing and corruption starts from. Okay, now. These chiefs are being paid by the king. If you don't know, make I tell you now. Chiefs from the palace, gone of those days where chiefs are not paid. Chiefs nowadays receive salary. Traditional councils, they receive salary. Now they still charge this guy 2 million naira and mobilization fees, which is about 100,000, which is their transport fare. This guy pays. That's 2.1 million. This guy paid. Guess what? After this guy left, Harrison came to the palace. It's exactly what happened. I'm trying to illustrate what happened now. The manipulation that happens in the palace. Harrison came to the palace and spoke with the chiefs because the chiefs already called from Harrison because Harrison was his chief priest. He was a chief priest of Holy Arosa. So when these guys came to report Harrison, the chief have to call on Harrison on behalf of this guy. They talk. Based on the chief priest, definitely he's going to have his fantasy. Whatever he's going to say, the chiefs are going to believe him than this guy. This, I'll call him a guy, a little guy. According to the chiefs. You understand? That's the kind of eye they used to look at him. Now, the chiefs and Harrison manipulated the whole issue to suspend this guy immediately. Demote him from the palace, from the post. Because when he's been demoted from the post, he got no power anymore. And that was the manipulation. Truly, the chief went to this guy's community, which is Utekon, to inspect the bush. What happens? What's going on in the bush? Where the dispute start from? Got into this guy's palace in the village, in that same community of Utekon, as chiefs that was sent from the palace. This guy have to welcome them. They refuse to take kola. Normally, as traditional demands, when chiefs from the palace came to your house or your palace or your community, you have to welcome them with kola nuts and drinks. So trying to welcome them with kola nut, they refuse the kola nut. This is not the reason why we're here. So the reason why we are here is that you are being demoted. You are being suspended for being the enogi of this community. And all the traditions that are supposed to be taking place in that communities were all suspended. They were all sealed. All the shrines were all sealed down. And they left after collecting 2.1 million from this man. These are chiefs. One of the chiefs now is gone. Is dead. One of the chiefs is dead. After collecting 2.1 million from this guy, this is what happened in Edo State. Omonobane do did not know about all these things. This is what some of our chiefs are doing in the palace. You see them hanging around the palace, sitting down, waiting for people to come that have problem, that will bring their issue. They will serve and collect money. Ilalobo. These same chiefs are being paid. They are on payroll in the palace. That this guy has been suspended for the past 10 years now. Whenever he cries to the palace, he always meets all these chiefs. Okay, don't worry, go home, we'll talk about it. You gotta go home. 1 year will pass. Okay, don't worry, go home, we'll talk about it. Okay, don't worry, go home, we'll talk about it. For decades of years now, they have been 10 years now. This guy always been on hiding. Not even that. After suspending this man, Mr. After suspending that man, who is the real biological, the real owner of the throne, Oga Senator came with a terrorist, a killer, a cultist, an ex-convict, unwanted soldiers, a dismissed officer from the police force to become a leader, to become a ruler in a community, letting the people know that it was the king that sent him this error. This is Matthew Dwayekeme, who is now contesting as a senator in Edo State. Bring this man in to be ruling Utekon, who has made Utekon to be in a state of no sleep, bloodshed, gunshots on daily basis, day and night in Utekon. This day that this so-called Matthew Dwayekeme mounted this guy in Utekon, that is from this day, Utekon never have peace. Utekon never have peace. Community where goats for born human being. To show that things is not going right in the community, goats gave birth to human being. In Utekon, during this man regime, while ruling negatively, while the rightful owner was taken, they took him out, chased him out of the community for him to step his foot on his own community. While this man was on the throne, a goat gave birth to a human being. Now the story in Utekon. This same call Matthew Dwayekeme is still coming to come and lead. Who you want lead or God leaders? Ladder. Follow the ladder to heaven. Who you want can lead now for these things what you do? I pity those innocent youths who they can pay for you because they are hungry. Meet your belly for now for the shot now. And now, I not still blame them. May they suffer. Food did not day. Brother, water not day. Our road did not good though. Every day for tea for day for our house, you. Poor man, wait if Magiomo, they go show him face for cry fighter. Big man, we go they lie, we know they see their face for cry fighter. Eh? Oh God. Oh, I told them, see our leader. See when I want to go put for senator. When I see our senator Matthew Dwayekeme, aigbovia. When I see our senator. When I see our senator, or gas senator. The people where you cut land for free of charge, they're going to praise you. Oh, it's a chair. Best so much. It's a chair. Yeah. It's a chair. I come back and go they praise you because now you give one land, me tell you that. And now, who take on people go they swear for you, say no go ever better for you. And now so if you, my brother, this life not balance. So people when don't dash money to go say, best so much. It's a chair. It's a chair. Chair the bomb you are. You understand? People when they feed, when they give food to, when they give money to, these people that they give you, they are givers. They never lack. And I mean know them. Then they sow seed. Church is not going to lay prayer for your head. Lazabolotoku, itamatulaba, likutalapa, letata, itoto, imalakusata. Pastor will be saying neck be like straw. Wait till they drink more. Once you don't give 100,000, oh yeah now, machido yekene bosinito, ilamuti labata, ikusata ititi, ikoto. But inside you, you are demonic. Oh yes, you do good, you do this, you do this just to earn favor from people. But within your heart, are you really good as you spread outside? That should be the question you should ask yourself. Are you really good? Do you really have good hearts? It's only a good man will get good hearts. No go do this kind of character where you go do. Man will good, they will get good heart. You no go feel made mistake and you refuse to correct the mistake. This is a mistake you made. You have to come and correct this mistake. Oh yes. If you really get good heart, you want to really rule your people. You want your people to have justice. You want your people to live well. You want the road in your community to be okay. You want Edo State to look like abroad. Go correct this mistake where you make. You know if you can't tell us, say, I want to come and be a senator. I will change this, I will change that. You have already planted a criminal, a murderer in Uteku community. Oh, you think, say, because Uteku people not go fit talk. We were there, the diaspora will not go fit talk. Now lie you. We go begin to talk with you, they do the secrets. Who know they leak out? How can a courtist become a ruler? What did you have to offer? What is your qualification? Think back. Are you going there to kill? An assassin cannot rule us. Say no to Curtis ruling Edo State anymore. You don't too much now. Since we Curtis they rule us, I mean, what we don't get? What we don't get? I tell you now, I say a joke at a joke. I tell you, if I need campaign, I go campaign for them. I go campaign for them, but my campaign go be negative. You don't go like them, but some people go like them. Yes, so in every nonsense, there's a sense. If they pay for ear, but not the truth, because when they talk truth, now bad person, then they look at because the bad one a stupid boy. Now go to now go talk. Me mad dey okay, me zo, I mean, I agree. I be useless person, I agree. But Oga Curtis, you know go feel those states. Pack your load and go. Pack your load and go. You cannot become a senator in Edo State with your evil. Even to the extent you dey use Oba name, they lie. You dey use Oba name, they lie. Oba don't send you message. You say Oba send you message. See Frank Kirabodo to put your secret for the side. You shed blood. You want to go senators, go shed blood. What you want to go look for there? You want to go there, go shed blood. You want to go there, go to say, go to knock and get there. See the video. If you want to see this video, go to Bears as a talk show. He did there. I'll upload that for them. I'll upload for Bears as a talk show. You go see this video there. You understand? The diaspora verbs you'll see on there. Different ways. Bears as a talk show. If you need the video, go to my page. Bears as a talk show. You go see not for women, not for men, not for the level. But you go to Bears as a because you're not being as a what's the best as a video now? Video you know you are they are out there. Screw down, you go see on there. Matido Yekeve. Election now, I'm not the collect salary, but my election, my campaign, you go too sweet.
Go, the suspended Enogi of Utekon community, Mr. Egwagi Omoyi, claimed, among other things, that he was suspended by the palace of the Benin monarch because he complained about the activities of the then owner of Holy Arosa, Harrison Okow. He also alleged that Harrison Okow, who hails from Ukwoke community, invaded Utekon community over some plots of land he shared among indigents of the community. Reacting, Mr. Harrison Okow debunked the allegations against him. He said the Enogi was not suspended because of him, but was suspended alongside other indigents of Utekon community for dragging the Benin monarch to court over an issue that was presided over by the palace. The outcome, which the suspended Enogi was not pleased with. Mr. Harrison Okow, while displaying several documents in which Utekon community took Ukboke community to customary court in Okada, said judgment was delivered in their favor. According to him, Utekon appealed the case in Okada but lost before proceeding to the State High Court in Benin City, where judgment was again delivered against Utekon community.
Sometimes at about
All the two courts,
2012, the people of Utekon community took me, my father, and my late uncle to the palace of the Oba of Benin with various allegations. At the end of the day, it was discovered that the former Enogi of Utekon, Egwagi Omoroji, and his people lied against me. And this is the report of the committee, which exonerated me from what the Enogi said about me to the palace of Oba Benin. As if that was not enough, the former Enogi of Utekon, Mr. Egwagi Omoroji, was suspended because he took the Oba of Benin, Oba Diawa of the blessed memory, to court.
Bam. When I hear this, please, he say the reason why. When I listen, that's this man. He said the reason why they suspend Egwagi Omoroji, which is the real Enogi, and it's the real Enogi for Utekon. This guy lied, say he take Oba Diawa to court. After they carry themselves go court, they don't judge the case. They go find and say, na lie, na him talk lie. These people don't carry Oba go court. They don't carry Oba go court. You see, because everything they file, not like court. Because in their position as chief priest, he was manipulating all those chiefs from the palace. This guy go court for Gobazowa with Utekon people. Utekon people win now for court for Gobazowa. They from Gobazowa they carry the matter go come court for Benin. As they reach Benin, Utekon people still win. My people. Person will win you for court 2 times. The same person still under suspension for Edo State. That be should be that. Bribing and corruption. The same person still there under suspension. Police na they get them. Judge na they get them. Paper where I show just now for Secretary of Benin Traditional Council to call to sign. He not really sign that paper. Say the same paper where this guy they forge signature of palace. Tell the rule for OK community. Now they understand so. Because Frank Rabon no say hand there inside. Or if he leak, it go affect Frank Rabon. As a secretary of Benin Traditional Council. Because if Frank Rabon don't know anything about this issue, now Frank Rabon will leak the Anyash command. Now Frank Rabon will destroy everything. They will scatter everything. Now, osamuede aigbovia, the terrorist soul, when they go put for the community, is ruling the community. They don't carry and go court. Osamuede aigbovia will present a certificate that was issued to him by Frank Rabon, went into the rule the community, whereby Frank Rabon's signature is written on the community as a Benin Traditional Council, given the audacity to be ruling in Utekon community. So if Frank Rabon was not part and parcel of this issue, of this arrangement, of this fake Enogi where they go for Utekon, where they keep on now, they could have called him to order. They could have listened to Egwagi Omoyi, the real owner of Enogi of Utekon community. Palace would have called him to order and settled the issue peacefully. But they want me to kill themselves, they use gun, shoot themselves, kill themselves because now what they like for those states be that one. To they use gun, they fight for community. If matter never resort to gun, oh, they don't go solve the issue amicably. Make peace day. Cars they don't burn cars, don't scatter house for this same matter. Still yet, the palace is not responding to this issue. The palace is saying nothing about this issue. America kuweze lugure ohano gbowane bio. This is the problem. Many of us, for many youths will go make Edo State great. Some don't die for Matarena Sea because of this oppression on Edo youth body. You cannot speak. You know if you both talk truth for Edo State as far as you dare Edo State. May therefore not go kill you for nights. This is the problem. Some of our men, they get documents for abroad. They don't fit go Nigeria. They don't fit go house because of killing. If you talk true, you become their enemy. You don't go last. They want to end your life. Men don't buy gun, they wait for me. But the funniest part we see, as you buy that gun, I'll come. If I come Nigeria, I'll come visit your burial. And now me they talk now about this man. They as they buy the gun, as they plan the cook. Before I come Nigeria, I will come visit your burial. If they come and buy your shirt of your burial, I'll come dance for your burial arrangement. You don't feel you go the way. Yes, sir. See the other one we threatened me the other day. We see now Ebony Asaba, brother. Miracle. I when you get like though, or we are like doing they go flog me, they go do this one. And now if I will make the ticket me you do. A very way me hour. Where he did now? He did that ground. They never even judge the case. He did that ground for Italy here. Police here don't baba. He did that ground. Courtesy. Cut what you do for Benin, you don't benefit you. You still carry and come abroad. This is not Benin with the year. Italy not Benin, at the end, you did now, the other ground. You first spend like 4 years before they come say, oh, you come for that ground. What you say you see? Before they come remind you like 20 years. Before you come after or be a beer with all white finish, you don't want to be life. Go see Roland Deco, you know. Roland Deco don't mature automatically. You know, before be like pencil, before be like antelope. Now if you see I don't mature for BS. Prison 90 play. That's the problem we get. We make many of our youth not go fit up. This is that those state media like this. Who bomb monkey? Yeah, I get it. Who are batting my how batting matter? If you can't beat them, you join them. Nice spoil those states. Now we see how bad they do be that one. If they dance, they follow the politicians. If they dance, they follow them. They dance, they follow them. So till they see something, till they feed in children and the wife, they dance, they follow them. My guy, know what thing they do. If they dance, they follow them. Maybe after it's all dance. Maybe after the election, there's supposed to give them position. See us and you see here that one they make noise again. I lie you. My guy don't get your connection. You leave them for one corner. When compared all of the job, every community they run up at that film. After they settle you finish, my guy, you enter one chance of my own. You understand? That is now that will be life. Also, now when what did not reach to contest as election, not to contest for election as governor for those states. Also, now when you ask now, a day educated rich people are still slave. How about you go school, you be graduate, you not fit contest for governorship? No, everything are money. Now get money. Old men. When we become the youth, the youth when we become the leader, when not old broke beer at an old age, then I want to leader. Come abroad here and small. Go see the president of France. I senior Ramo. Where? President of France. Now only our old men. Now then they rule us. The youth will not get voice, will not fit talk. They're not born us when we will talk now. We are all the youth for those things go always be assassin. They go the big boy. They go the little with the shot. It's a chair. Based on my chair. It's a chair. It's a comrade here. It's a comrade there. It's a chair here. It's a chair there. Now so we will shout chair. They will still give us 2,000. We'll still go give our wife for us. Make cook. Make pepper soup for us. Tomorrow morning, now you go feed the chairman outside. Chairman see they sleep with your wife for us. Now you go feed the gate. It's a chair here. Based on my chair. Chair what talk by Lamogu Baba. Your papa for house, you never get a Lamogu. You don't go this stay for chair the most. Boy must lawyer. Me for stay get. Best my chair. Chair what talk by chair. Chair but I must say chair. Oh, check go see where you alpha. Well, I tell you shashka de gunewa. Well, I tell you shashka de gunewa. Yeah. I get with your general. Hey, the chair. Where's my chair? Alpha. Hey. Now so boys still the chop for being work. They not go learn. Learn handwork. They not go learn handwork. Go to school. They will not go. They want to be chair. The chair. They want to do a gap follow the chairman. Chairman, what you do chair follow? So you not go school for not become your chairman. You don't feel go. Even the chairman, they go big boys for street. They train up as a lema. I don't want to talk. Go leak many of Nigerians for this matter. This matter, I would do so. I go leak many of Nigerians. Go reach Pobizu aside. Go reach all of them. All those men, I go leak on a secret words for this live video. My time go reach. For this election, we do so. Election, we do so. Go too sweet. Wanna give who get crown in crown. Wanna give her in crown. Or why to agree? What I mean, people will tell you, no buy. Or no nyagi wa me dia ene. Wa me dia ene. Wa me dia ene. Enough is enough. Many of our people go America. They don't always want to last. They don't go Nigeria again. Because the oppression too much. Concerning majority of the people in the diaspora, they not be that for Benin again. Don't be somebody carry 4 flat put for sale for Benin. You go to buy land for Lagos. He put for sale for a 4 flat for Benin. Go to buy land for Lagos. When I'm going to say my picking there abroad. I'm being there abroad. When I junior brother no one they work. I don't want to become Yahoo boys. Hello. 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 What up, well? I greet you, bros. So, low side nunage, low side nunage. Mogwan low side nunage. Low side nunage. Yeah, we do kick more. Low side nunage. Hello, you nuta my nuta. My nuta we modify you how my nuta. Yes. You are him nuta. Let's speak up. I dey hear you, bros. So. Exactly.
Because enogi reno oja aya sine woman.
Yes.
Ya we gbedi aya boye medu.
Don't be lying.
Enogi ore wori ori mana pa aya sunwe ore wori. Ore na mi re ana gbite guy.
Yeah, we na mi akwa guy.
No re ti pa ya wi e bo no genya. Oya lo ko pa wa e ri oro pa no.
Agua. Agua. Acabou.
Uteko evo movia na una eno. Ogwasi opoke community. Epo ya kuru ya to na we tagi. Orire asokpa iwe wuri mu ari mu arisi mu ari court na mu ari court. Ko sene a crops ọhịa na ọgwụ ọhụrụ enodimama bọwọ ọhụrụ ya adịkọtị the first day ni mejo a judge okporo anụ ọnọgwụ mata na ọnọgwụ deputy car ọnọgwụ na awaghị mata na wapụ wa na abịa na go the scene of crime that's the first day ya grace on him ọnọgwụ mi n'okwu ya sụrụ ni ọ na-eje scene of crime. When they come out now.
Yeah.
On you get sin of crime. Oboja when you go oboja when you go to Manata, Manata get sin of crime. Are you silver? Aragui emi na ona atalo because our you say e can our e sin of crime na aga o be do adia je ba ni bet. Zero where a judge in ni pe ọkọ judge no emi no wa na ari wa ni ayi se wa ni be ya wọ́n ta ẹsẹ̀ lórí ọgbẹ́ èskúrò wa àyíṣèwà èskúrò wọ́n ta ẹsẹ̀ lórí ọgbẹ́ ẹ̀kìrò wa àyíṣèwà ẹ̀kìrò màyíṣèwà ni èmi ló bá sùn wa a náà pé mi lókun ní jọ́jì mékè náà ẹ̀wẹ́ ẹ̀wẹ́ ní ẹ̀sìs a náà pé mi lókun. Anadegwe anadele egwe ni to li ara love you te ne mi bini me me ma ni anadele ni ba anadele le ala me gina egwe e ma si ba anaji bi to so anaji egwe school una ji be ni na fe ni na le e je ti make that confuse e do di se no to na wa ala le to di pa e kapu no be sikera ni o seva ya akoro kampe magemite akoro no sikera ni kan enemy ya nu bo ya remi ya pa wa biko uteko o mu to ni ya ni la mu bo ni ya be mu bo ni ya ni pa e kapu la bo ni be ya pa ni de ke ya mu to ni ya ẹni gẹ̀ ní ọbẹ̀ fẹ́ẹ́fẹ́ ètò ìjìnà ọ̀nà mi ọ̀nàgbèrè tó ọmọ náà pa náà yà á jẹ́ utekon ẹni sutekon all primary school the new primary school secondary school òpó kẹ̀nàkà náà ẹ̀dọ̀ pọ́wọ́ ni màá gbòòrò àyìn àti àwa kẹ ọ̀rẹ́ rà ní ọ̀pọ̀ mìíràn náà ti àkàbà ẹ̀gbọ́rọ̀ na mìíràn rọ̀ ọ̀wá rọ̀ ọ̀wùjì ẹ̀mọ̀ nígbà gbẹ ọ̀rẹ́ ìkàkùnrin nà bọ̀ aka náà. Òpè lọ́gà àwọ̀ alámẹ̀dọ́jì ń yé. Èkyẹ́mà lọ́gà àrùlù wà ní awúyáwú Yorùbá ní lọ́gà àrùlù láti òde ìdìbò. Easy àti ọ̀nà ni òwúrọ̀ ẹ̀rọ olùdímọ̀ nù ọjọ́ ìwé nù alámẹ̀rẹ́. Òwúrọ̀ alisi òwújẹ́ àmìtòsè òwújíjẹ́ alámẹ̀rẹ́. At the end of the day, alagbe ni ya to na kana ofo se ya ni wo ni no ya e cap ni ofo se ya ni na seto na na seto e to bi ya we bege ni ya ama ipa overnight ama we chaye zi ala use enyoba ala ya lodi no ba ma die ala ata mejo ji ni pe eroba tai eroba we ere mata ni do ya de You understand what I'm saying now? What I'm trying to say is that, my brother, in my car, boy, in here, they know you have to say, more than the matter now. For over 9 years, no, I'm not going to Guani, the policy, no mind, no soon. Now, yeah, every man who take home, may I say, I have every man you are talking by Oba, Ewai, the second. You are Oba, no, the man open here, or no, Mujalo Odenata. I'm not sure I'm going to get it. Nothing will matter as a global error because you have to be here where for the good 9 years and won't buy a book. No level. The one already to get what and up we are. But when I do it, it will not bother you. You never have a never. Never ever. Amade, who got me by two? Who got about promise here? Promise here never a to lie, never by two, relative to by two, or no sooner. I'm only a failure. A matter of one like cultivate, you know where I am, you go to bed. Put economy away affected matter I see. On you submit on a place here. You pop you know papa. If you concern me, you continue after am I even no you see really fair or you be the whole idea. Na near reserve cultivate after the mighty be joy when you not block work, you know, you not block work, or you know, so look at the idea. On a place here, you are. All you place you are, who are going to go like that when I take this here. I'm not one, you're going to hear, I'm here, or to take over here and Mukia. When I give you master the camel with them. My brother, who may wear the canal.
Ìwà ẹ̀mú tábà bọ̀ ọ̀dà yọ.
Half of it, also a block, or share. But in order to review man, there is a penny and Yahweh man is a tire is a no to no give on Yahoo. Your son say now, no allow. If I can't go in you what? I'm not quite for good 3 years. Of the job will be here. Of the job. Of the job. I will not be here now. You know the Sunuka. I don't give your battle. Of your bar or no. Your son say now. Of your bar or no. No allow. Going to palace to go and protect. That is not the issue. That is not the issue. I don't be married. Because when I'm here, I'm not a guy. Yeah, be my for good. Even if you can't get in a magba. What am I doing? Oh, you know, you're opposing the way I'm a guy. And I'm just here. Absolutely. What's I say now? We allow the go. Give me a new one. But I will not allow that to happen. I'm not going away. I will go to social media. I will walk back. I will go. I will tell you what I will tell you jam. But no more now. Only that TV will not be so much. Aga egwe emu nwa. Ọbana wego ọmụsalụpụa. Ọbana wego ọmụsalụpụa na brother.
It's a pity.
Ngwala o. Emena. Ọbana ti age bi yawu. Ọbana ti age bi yawu. Okaga lebe me pano. No, he cannot be all the approval that you are said. What's it going on? Bebo. Oh yeah, I can't go. They bet you know very. They bet you know.
Just well. The water rose. Look what we're
I went there. After that's what everyone saw. They also know about the way now. After a front, you want to chief, you know. They are pushing it. I'm not suspended. I was going to get it. What's the point of that? But I know a place in there. I can't tell no of you go here. There's nobody here.
No wala.
That's what I'm saying now.
No wala. Wesley, thank you very much.
No, I want to go down. No, I want to go to no.
Wesley.
Yes.
Wesley, thank you, Wesley, sir. Thank you for your contribution.
Remember, now I get
if I forget only, but understand. Forget only. Okay, saga ni only meti saga. If I forget one red don't need sunuda every moment with you. I want some money in sunuda. I'll go to understand. I na bolo off with me. What are pardon? What are was it? Yes, so my people, I greet love for a better style. The matter are really very touching matter. You understand? There, yeah, I mean, yeah, what you mean, yeah, was suspended, man. When I suspended, when I see la web on rebel, let's assume when I suspended boni. Abi, but when I suspended, utoni na hin utoni. Wagi suspended one in was still boni. When I am more than working utonu, one make an send, make an remedy, you go giwa. And why you take your directly? A Frankie Rabo, your way, Frankie Rabo, a money. I am no una. Why am no a money? Who's a low boy by Nika, who Ted Duni, or he has over your be. Who Ted Duni of your way. I will buy, I will not buy here after fair, no body, I will Ted Duni, or he has over your Frankie be. With secretary. Ovore, I can wave in I am no keke. I am make ovore. No go bam you can. Or can soon die last. Obana take time. No, ni time na ogin yenu. E him no sunu da way time away. We ni bok obokba. No can pe no so no so ni won yeso. E be time away na. We do mana ki we gbiri. We no we gwani. A disgrace you will all back with Guari. Don't be joking. Several times, get many of your video where many communities don't complain of you, Frank Rabo. If you don't live video, you're there going because you're more. Imagine not the name of Mogioba. Imagine the name of Mogioba. Yeah, why gear? Because one the boo, a man what I will. Oh, what the book one proper man what I will. A man can work it, making what he. You understand? When we live video social media presenter, it will not be very important. No keke the presenter mu you know blanji. Na me we am toy. O te do you take me freedom? Why go kan? Why tell? No ya record the job wa ya record the wa. Na ya snap it ya record the wa. Oni mu no wa na. Oni mu no wa na. E di mo video we na te di mo fi yan kan mata na gi. The movie magwan kan the movie aka with the mother go o magwan kan because if I'm not involved, if I'm not here, pardon me. You understand? The moment on here look one kind. If I'm not why I'm going back to relay. I know to on here look one kind. If I'm not care, the man look one kind. I just born one, but that's a widow. Is your local? No, you go my God, the president. No, you move what they would yak be again. Other than the one kind. If I'm not going to one kind, you only go for the. I go for that. Or the mobile go for that. Or the time I go for that. Man, I can't have one yak better. Every year, I am in my one. Because where? Here I will work. If I'm in Nigeria feeding. Here I will work. If I'm in Nigeria, or cooking. To touch you and I bega. Don't know the worker. If busy be no listen. I did not listen in France. Office, it's on no family. Don't know the worker. No beg you go. I will say again. No beg you go. Say again. Oh, have the worker. I know. A nogi. Nogi. Guma guma nogi. Nogi guma minya. Dem an hiwa. Me social media na. No lo viedo. No what you see you say do. O se go here do asin social media. Yan agbo la iko ri bi ni mo do wa. Ni mo me ha ni age iko no pe ba pe opolo. Yan ya sikam. Yan un dai live jo yo. We are temota na yan we o yan bana. Ana agbo wa ba ku. O yan ba ya to tai palace ya to ba tok pe. E ma na ma ya yi. Eri bi agbo e iga egun age izobo gbada. Izobo ke we de gbe una izobo na o tin re ni. Ona agbo lo si okeke yire wo no ma hin yan ba le. Eba wi o se dai tabi Frank Irabona e Frank Irabo me bo pa ma wo si o gba wi sene e bo ri chi ne I nya bo pa na e won ni no e ta ma na wa joke no cause o mo hin eni no be e I see your really can am you wewe e ma e ta ma both physically and spiritually telling you be careful of evil who tell you. You understand? Hello? Oh, no wala. All right. Obi understand me now? What? I must greet you. So I'm gonna call her the analogy. See you guys in tomorrow. We go again and I don't know the money I face with one money. Face with you when you when you move. You understand? I greet all of you now, but I wanna share this video. Wanna share this video. Wanna blog this video. Big blogger blog this video. Blog this just now. They blog this video. Now don't see the man face. This RC. See and I face with this one. Me I post one.
Pended
On whether he invaded Utekan community as
of Benin.
Now he face with this one. Now face zoom and screenshot. Frank Irabodi there. Now face zoom and screenshot. The other man, what it be name? Manoa. Yeah, bring am. See am. You can zoom it and screenshot this. This one is Matthew Dwajekere, where they go for Senate. You understand? Wanna blog am, wanna put their picture for them, make the whole world know them. These are the people that are killing the palace. You understand? What? I must greet you now. And bye bye for una good night.